we don't see how lucky, how beautiful, how unique our citizens or the citizenry is. And what makes it unique? It makes it unique because there is the French factor, of course.
A Montreal documentary film called Caligari QC explores what it looks and sounds like to be a musician performing in another language other than French in Quebec. Filmmaker Anita Aloisio takes a deeper look at what it means to be Québécois and who's allowed to belong in the age of restrictive language laws.
It culminated with the artists, musicians, author, composers. How have the linguistic policies in Quebec affected their artistic production? And in particular, how does it inform it? What happens? How is identity then defined? Is it valued as such?
And at one point, there's an old man that gets up and says, "Oh, ma perché non cantate in italiano? Why don't you sing in Italian?" And I was really like,
in Montreal, you will rarely meet a person who speaks only one language. The French and English combination is the most common, but knowing a third like Italian, Arabic, or Punjabi is not that unusual.
This artistic production is like a phenomenon, really, that happens only in this unique context of Montreal within Quebec, within a North American Anglophone context. Do we value that as it being Québécois patrimony? Do we value it? Do you have to express your artistic talent through the French language only, or can you represent it via various cultures and identities that are very particular to oneself?
The film speaks to Quebec Italian, Innu, Spanish, and English language singers and how their experiences in the music industry have been difficult and not supported or recognized as a part of Quebec culture as much as French artists.
This is what the artists in the documentary maintain, that when you are born here, and you don't have to be born here, but when you've been living here for several years and you have made this place, Montreal or the outskirts, your home, and you contribute as a citizen, this should be enough. And that you learn French, of course, this should be enough.
Aloisio says Quebec's updated language law, Bill 96, and the narrative spun around blaming immigrants and those whose mother tongue isn't French is only going to make identity and language conflicts worse.
What is Québécois culture? Because on one hand, we look at Québécois culture as something that might be to preserve and that is stagnant, and there's a very certain thing that is passed by uniquely through, or is expressed uniquely through the French language. Whereas what we find is that Québécois culture is something that is it moves, it evolves through Québécois culture as we see it, and through maintaining French as we see it. We also feel the freedom and the need to express ourselves in our mother tongues in different languages.
In Montreal, Brittany Henriques, City News.